Okay guys, I rushed home in between classes to film this. I forgot to get everything for the good microphone, so we're using the bad microphone, so sorry for the audio. And today we're going to talk about consumerism in the doll community. Yeah. Hey Dumpster Divers, and welcome back to a new episode of Why Would I Fix My Problems When I Could Just Blame Them on Trauma? Today we're going to talk about the rampant consumerism that is in our hobby of doll collecting and why I'm not dealing with Norb's death in a healthy way. So obviously we all collect for a reason, and my reason is that I am just some boy that wasn't allowed to have dolls when I was a kid, and now I overcompensate for the fact that I couldn't. With Norb dying, I don't know what happened. I blacked out. I bought a shit ton of dolls, which we're going to go through, and we're going to treat this like a haul, but with a serious undertone, but I'm still going to make jokes because it's me. I'm now in the stage of like making jokes about having a dead best friend because, like I said, this has never happened to me before. I don't know how to deal with this. And maybe that's a financially healthier way than all these dolls I bought. Also, sorry this video took so long. I was waiting on these two dolls, which we'll start off with. They took for fucking ever to get here because they had to come from Canada. But the person who got these and then mailed them to me, you're a rock star. Thank you so much, because apparently you can't get them in the USA. So the first ones in this haul are these design style series Ariel dolls, the like deluxe ones. I got two because I figured, hey, you know, if I'm gonna wait for them to come here, pay for international shipping, all that stuff, I might as well get two. Because obviously Hasbro's losing the license to Mattel, and this is something good that came out of Hasbro having the license, so I want a reminder. So I'm going to keep one in the box, and I'm going to unbox the other one. And we will get into these. I think one thing I'm going to have you guys do is maybe just like in the comments below, just kind of like tell me how to unbox, like what I should unbox, tape, stuff like that, and then we'll go from there. So basically I'll just have you guys kind of vote in some kind of system. I'll probably post it on Instagram too once I like finalize the results a little bit more from this comment section. We will just kind of like go down the list of from this haul, like what you want to see unboxed, what you think should be, what do you think should, like maybe it'll work better in like a TikTok unboxing and it doesn't need a full YouTube video, stuff like that. To start off the haul, these two. And I'm super excited to get at least one of these unboxed and on my shelf to collect dust, which is something I wanted to talk about. I don't know about you guys, especially like other content creators out there. Let me know, because you guys don't really talk to me that much. How many of you have actually touched your doll since you unboxed it and put it on the shelf? Because I haven't. What was like one of the last things I unboxed? That Trixie Mattel doll. Can you see her in the back there? Haven't touched her since I put her on that shelf. Haven't touched Boo York, Cleo, and Deuce since I unboxed them. They're pretty, but I don't play with them. Also that Ariel in her silver dress that I bought off Etsy. Haven't touched it since I put her in her and put her on the shelf. Like, and everybody reacts with their collection differently, but am I utilizing it to my best ability? So next we'll do two dolls I also bought that I shouldn't have and cost way too much money. But it's dangerous because eBay lets you pay through PayPal, and PayPal lets you do a 4-payment split plan. And I have way too many of those going right now. Yeah, two. I bought two Haunt Couture Cleo denials from scalpers. I talk about not buying from scalpers all the time, and I still bought from one. Like, I wanted this so bad, and I think that's why, like, I need to lay off people who buy from scalpers, because, like, I get it. Like, you want your doll really bad, and I tried to get her off Mattel. She sold out in like 2 minutes, and then she was in my cart after I refreshed the page, and then she was out of my cart. Like, I can't compete with like these scalper robot whatevers. But yeah, so I got one to keep and one to take out of the box because I'm insane. And do you want to get like real and honest here?
Okay.
This is probably $300 right here. Like, I don't know. I blacked out. I don't even know how much I spent. Fun fact, I couldn't afford my rent this month because I was irresponsible and went hard. Next is something stupid. Stupider than you not paying your rent on time. But I bought her because she was on clearance. She's gorgeous, right? Like, and I'm glad I got her on clearance, but I still paid over $100 for her. And for Hasbro, $100? Why? Is it for this box? Because she can come in a Ziploc bag for all I fucking care as long as the doll's pretty. Like, she's just gonna go on my shelf anyway. But yeah. 30th anniversary style series from Saks Fifth Avenue. Belle. But hey, she's pretty, right? And then I've been wanting her for so long and she wasn't selling out on the Mattel website, so I lucked out. And that is this lovely pink collection Silkstone Barbie doll from Robert Best. I hate the dress, but I love the Silkstone material and I'm excited to take her out of the dress and redress her in other dresses. Dress. This one, you can't do the 4 payment plan off of Mattel's website because they don't do PayPal. They do like Klarna or something, and Klarna won't approve me for some weird reason, even though I have like a credit score in the 700s. So do you know what I did? I picked up a double at work spontaneously. My feet hurt after, also I could afford her. Should I take care of my student loan debt? Why would I, when I could buy plastic? And then of course, how could I be like doing overconsumption in the plastic doll collecting community if I wasn't also going back to old school Disney store? So I got 3 of my favorites because this is before Tiana was around. But Aurora, Ariel, which I already have one of these Ariels, but you know, why not get one in the packaging too? And Pocahontas. This is an old school Pocahontas Disney store doll. Should I be buying Pocahontas dolls? Probably not. But yeah, these tube dolls from the Disney store, I love these. And I'm thinking about getting every single princess on the back. They got Jasmine and Mulan too, and fantastic. Snow White's kind of boring. I've never been a Belle girl, and Cindy is boring. But you know, why not be a completionist? Since I'm struggling financially, let's just add on to the pile. And then to keep the Disney mania going, why did I buy this? Because I placed a bid on her because she was $10 on eBay and I happened to win the bid. So that's it. It's an old Aurora with like a vanity set, and it's the weird face sculpt of Aurora with the frosty eyeshadow that doesn't really look like Aurora, and I love her. Also, it's so old, I think like the front of the vanity is starting to like yellow. And then, of course, with Disenchanted being announced, obviously I wanted a Giselle doll. And did I buy her on the PayPal 4 payment plan? You bet I did. She might be paid off by now. I don't know. There's just money coming out of my account every day, bleeding me dry. And then randomly one day I was like, you know what'd be crazy? Since Hasbro's ending the license, might as well get the 2 last dolls I need from the very first run of the Disney princesses when Hasbro got the license. So there we go. I was just missing a Snow White and I was missing a Merida, so I got them. They were like $10 each, so didn't really appreciate in value, which is good for me. And then I was randomly deciding I'm gonna go through all the Disney princess movies in chronological order, obviously starting with Snow White, 'cause she was the first one. Then I did Cindy, then Aurora, then Ariel, Belle, and then Jasmine. I don't know if you guys remember these. They're from back in the day when Hasbro was doing the mini dolls, and they're called Perfectly Princess, and they had like this cartoony artistic style on them. I love these sets. There's an Ariel one that comes with her lavender dress that from the end of the movie that I love. And I found this one randomly on Poshmark. I don't even use Poshmark, but I got her because she was a decent price and she's really cute and I love mini 4-inch dolls. And then this was on sale on Amazon.com. So I got the deluxe style series Jasmine doll, which is good because I forgot about her. And then luckily the algorithm always wants me to buy, so I bought her. It is so many dolls. I genuinely do not know what happened. I think I even remember like I was checking out on eBay and I was like, Jeffrey, you can't afford this. And I didn't care because in the moment it made me happy and excited that something was going to come to my house. And I've talked to content creators privately, and they have mentioned that it's really hard to keep up. There are so many dolls releasing right now. And as you can see, mine are like kind of like a bunch of older dolls are out of circulation. There's some newer stuff in here, but it's, you know, and keeping up with the Joneses, it's hard. Like, it's so expensive. Like, I'm just a server. And like these other people that can work full time and like spend all this money, like getting the latest dolls. And luckily, like MG and Mattel are sending dolls to PR. And I'm kind of like 50-50 on PR. Like, I get it, but I don't. But like sponsored content, if you're not disclosing, it bothers me. But like, I'm not mad that you got PR. I'm mad that you're sucking their dick to stay on the list. But I get why you're doing it, because these are so much. And if you're getting them for free, that's saving you a ton of money. And even some of these bigger content creators, like, they're not making like as much money as you think. Like, ad revenue on a YouTube video, even if it's 10,000 views, that's not like a ton of ad revenue. And Google only pays me like every 2 months. Like, and maybe if I had more views and more frequency, they'd give me like monthly, I think is how they do it. So it's a lot. It's a lot for these people, and it's a lot for me, and keeping up and everything. I appreciate you guys like interacting and like giving me ideas and stuff, but when people are like, oh, I need you to review this new doll, I'm like, I can't even get my hands on that doll, let alone like if I want it. Because like, you guys have seen like the mermaid dolls. I barely touch those. I'm just not into them, and they're way too much money. Can you imagine if I spent $32 each on every single one of those dolls and they're already clearancing out? It's hard. And some of these creators, like they're buying from eBay and they're buying from scalpers to get the dolls first so they can be one of the first people to make a video about it, because Canada got a bunch of the Gen 3 girls for Monster High. And it's like, kudos to them. I don't know, like, it's nuts to me. Like, it's a lot. And my YouTube channel, like, I don't get enough views to validate the amount of money I spend on plastic. It's a lot. So the other content creators who do get dolls for free in PR, like, I get it. I would be excited too. And then speaking of current day Gen 3, obviously Cleo had to be my first Gen 3 girl. So I'm super excited she came in, got her off Amazon for retail price, and didn't have to pay secondhand price. And then obviously little Max Wonder, he is so cute. I can't wait to unbox him. And he has his fingernails painted just like mine. They're nice and black. Another MGA doll I randomly decided, because she popped up in my feed for 20 bucks, was the Celebration Dreamella doll. So I'm excited to see like how good she is for only 20 bucks instead of something like this from Barbie would be like 40 or 50. And these came all the way from Japan, and I had to pay international shipping for them. And it's the mermaid outfit for Liko-chan like teenage dolls. And it comes with the swimsuit, and they're super cute. And I'm so glad I got two, because I'm gonna see if it also fits on the boys. And then I wasn't shy to post her on social media. Obviously, I got the Barbie extra fancy pink girl with the straight bangs, because there was one physically at my Walmart that had like good bangs, good face for the most part. Everything was pretty good on her, so I got her. And I was looking for my niece because I want to get her one too, as her like first Barbie doll for me. And then randomly I was looking up like Tomy, Takara, the people who make Liko-chan dolls for Ariel. And this is one from like 2000, 2001, something like that. Her body is discolored, if you can see that. And she just was really rare. I used the eBay 4 payments thing to pay for her, and I could still be paying her off. I don't know, but she's really pretty and I like her. And then obviously we had to go nostalgic because I want all the 90s mermaid Barbies eventually. And I figured it was time to get bubbling mermaid Barbie. So that's where I'm at. And she's super pretty. And obviously I'll get the AA variant at some point, and eventually I'll have all my 90s Barbie girls lined up. And then I wanted a spooky dooky Barbie for October. So I got this random ass Barbie I remember seeing on the shelves when I was younger, and it's just this masquerade, like kind of leopard cat themed Barbie. I don't know. She's very much the era she is from, and I'm excited to have her unboxed and use her as a decoration for Halloween. And of course, we love the natural Lista's girls, so I had to pick up Kelsey. And how can I say I'm a Barbie fan if I don't get myself a Raquel doll? Clearly, like, Barbie Life in the Dream House was the funniest thing Barbie's ever made. So I'm super happy to have Raquel. She wasn't that much. She was over 100, which is a lot, but I think I've seen her for way worse boxed. And see, there I am trying to like justify like the fact that I'm spending this much money. And then I had to get a original Gen 1 Abby Abominable because she's one of my favorite characters and I've wanted her for a really long time, and Cleo needs a friend. And then if you guys remember when I talked about like Barbie's raccoon era, I was talking about how my eBay list was going to be stacked, right? The Mac Barbie from that video right here. And do you know why I got her? Because the bottom of her packaging is all fucked up, and she was like, I think 40 bucks or something like that. So that's not too bad. And I was just going to unbox her anyway, so it doesn't really matter if the box is fucked up. And then of course, the 2009 holiday Barbie with her raccoon makeup. Super excited for this one. Really glad I got her. Glad I have her finally after all these years. And I think I got her for like $30, so that's not bad at all. See guys, I'm saving money. Because luckily, one of my fans sent me this. I didn't pay for it. They just bought it for me because they remember me talking about it. And I think he got a stupid deal on it too. I think it was like 10 bucks or something, like super cheap. So really appreciate that because obviously raccoon makeup, love her. I have very unhealthy spending habits. It literally got in the way of me paying rent, and I have never, ever let it do that. I've always been able to pay my rent. It's paid now. It's fine. I recovered. I'm a server. Luckily, if I want to work more hours, I can make more money. And I really lucked out because Pullman and Moscow were each having their homecomings this last weekend. So we were just fucking packed to the gills. So busy this weekend, and that made up for it. So that was just pure luck right there. And it's just, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to like look at it, and Norb dying put some things in perspective for me. And it's hard to like address these things because it's just easier to buy the plastic than it is to like admit like why we're doing it. And there's that completionist attitude. There's FOMO. There's just all this stuff. Like I was going through like one of the Facebook groups are bad, by the way. They're just getting like absolutely out of hand. But one of the Facebook groups I was going through today, it was that new holiday Tinkerbell that they're talking about. And there were so many people that were like, I hate her. I don't want her, but I'm going to get her because I have to complete the set, because I have to get all the holiday dolls. And it's like, you don't. And that's so much easier for me to say than do, because like I did that with like the first 3-4 series of Rainbow High. Bought every single one. And it was so expensive. And there's so many of them I have not touched since I've unboxed them or even care about. But I had to get them all because there's 6 each and you got to get all 6, right? But you don't. You really don't. Like, they're even running out of colors. Like, I don't know how many times we've done like pink, purples, blues. Like, okay, so dangerous. And the FOMO's real because like, and I get it. We're scared. Like, Mattel's finally making some good shit, and freaking these resellers are out there snatching them all up before I can even blink. Like, we don't even have enough time, like when a doll comes out, to be like, oh, I like that. I'm going to save up some money this week and then I'll get it in a week. That's so hard to do right now. We don't have this like gapped window. The only thing I've been super lucky with are like those Disney designer series dolls, like on the Disney store, because those don't sell out as quick as like they used to, unlike the D23 dolls. And so there's like that too, because like you're afraid like if you don't get it right now, then you can't get it later, or you're gonna have to pay like a scalper price and it's like 3 times as much or something. Like, it's scary, and I get it. But then it's like, realistically, and this isn't how our brains work, but realistically, you have to ask yourself, like, what are you going to do when you get it? Is it going to sit there? Or is it going to make you happy for like 5 minutes? You're never going to touch it again, and you're going to have to move on and buy something again to feel that happiness for another 5 minutes. Like, it's hard. These are hard questions, and it's stuff I think about, and it's depressing, and it's hard to think about, and it's hard to address. But like, I feel like we kind of have to, you know? I love you guys, and I love like collecting and everything, but it's a lot. And I don't know how many times I've thought about editing down my collection. Even something insane like, oh, you can only keep 100 dolls. And even that like gives me anxiety to like think about. Like, it makes my like my heart rate's going up right now just thinking about it. Like, it's crazy to think about this attachment and all these dolls I have stored at my mom's house and everything. And then I think about like all the people in Florida right now that are dealing with the hurricane. Like, are their dolls safe? Are they getting wet? Like, were they up high enough that when the floodwaters came in, the dolls were safe? Like, that's scary stuff to think about too, you know? Mattel, MGA, there's like this false scarcity marketing that they're doing. Like, those Cree production dolls, Mattel knows better. They know they could have made more and sent out more, but they didn't. You know, they're being resold for like insane prices. And then same with like those Monster High black and white dolls with the pop of color. And it's a lot for doll collectors, and it's anxiety producing, it's exhausting and stuff like that. And prices are going up like crazy. And I've said this before. I don't care how much a price goes up if the quality matches. But if you're going to give me a $20 doll with $10 doll quality, that's not matching. But it's getting scary because like a Playline doll used to be like 10 to 15. Then it was 20. Now it's 25. And then it's getting into the $27 range. And then it's getting into the $30 range. And then I don't even know what Rainbow High is doing, dude. Like that $80 fucking white crystal doll, like that's embarrassing. Or that $120 like misappropriated Mexican like Dia de los Muertos doll. Bad. I don't know what Rainbow High is doing. I'm seeing it crashing and burning though, because like the dolls are already starting to come with only one outfit. I don't know if they're coming with stands still or not, which a doll coming with its own stand is nice, but usually when a doll comes with its own stand, it's a pretty bad stand. Like, Maybe if everybody came with their own Kaiser stand, I would be happier, you know? You don't have to do this, but if you guys want a little homework, just kind of just have the internal dialogue with yourself and just ask yourself about like the over consumerism, you know, like when was the last time you just went into a store to look at dolls and then you just didn't buy anything and you walked away? Or did you do that mentality where you're like, well, I'm already here, so I might as well just get something, you know? Like, that's how I've gotten some dolls for like no fucking reason, is because I was like, well, I have to buy something. I came all the way out here. That's how I keep on ending up with these Steffi monster dolls, like a pregnant mermaid. And then if you don't want to think about it and you don't want to deal with it, you don't have to. If you're financially okay, you're fine. But the fact that I didn't pay my rent and I let myself get that out of hand because I can't deal with like my alcoholic friend dying from his liver failing, like that's on me, you know? And that's harsh. And it, like, maybe I'm being meaner to myself than I need to be. I usually can at least do the bare minimum financially. And that's embarrassing for me. I couldn't even pay my rent. Luckily, my roommate's super chill and he helped me out. But these are just things like, I don't know. I need to watch out for it because I'm a full-time college student, part-time worker, full-time collector, you know? And I just need to watch myself a little bit more. I don't know. These are just things I want you guys to think about. If you want, if you don't, I don't know. I don't want to feel like I'm alone because I kind of am right now. Okay, so I kind of said it in the video and I just want to make it like very, very clear just in case some of you can't pick up nuance. I understand that I put myself in a weird position. I know some other doll collectors have done the exact same thing. So I don't know. I just want to acknowledge and make it very clear that I understand that that was my own fault and that I'm not trying to like, I don't know, change the narrative or anything. It's just, I'm just dealing with Norb, how I'm dealing with it, and I'm just being really honest about how it's going. So your homework is, let me know how I should unbox these dolls. Like, let's make a plan. Let's get some videos out there, some content. Unboxing older dolls is cool because you may not have realized something before, or you may have had this doll forever, but you don't remember everything it came with, you know? That's cool. And then your other homework is, if you want, just have that internal dialogue with yourself about like your over-consuming habits. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next episode where maybe I should start going to therapy. I'm 90% sure if I added up the total for all these dolls, I would end up jumping off the side of this building.